Yu was a vampire with an innately lustful nature and an insatiable craving for high-quality human blood. In an era where vampires and humans maintained superficial peaceful coexistence, she survived on artificial plasma all year round, yet she could never resist the allure of fragrant and pure human blood. Shortly after coming of age and awakening from her dormant period years ago, she was momentarily captivated by Kaiju, a newly promoted top vampire hunter. Kaiju possessed strikingly cold and stunning facial features, a towering and well-proportioned figure, and exuded an irresistibly sweet blood scent. However, he harbored extreme hatred for vampires and was cold, ruthless, and decisive in killing. In a moment of impulse and lust, Yu attempted to bewitch him with her blood pupils to form a blood contract. Instead, she was subdued on the spot by Kaiju. Her wings were pierced by his shotgun, and he issued a stern warning that he would kill her without hesitation if they crossed paths again. From then on, she became his keen monitoring target, relentlessly hunted and targeted by this S-class vampire hunter for 2 consecutive years. Lonely and bored with her isolated life as a vampire, Yu met an online boyfriend with the screen name Hunter by chance. He was gentle and considerate, a perfect, caring, motherly man type, with a deep and magnetic voice and an outstanding physique. He often took the initiative to share fitness photos, spoiled her with large cash transfers at every turn, and affectionately called her baby all the time. Claiming to be a doctor, Hunter learned about her identity as a vampire without the slightest fear. On the contrary, he took the initiative to offer to become her exclusive blood servant, allowing her to suck his blood freely and promising to tolerate all her hobbies unconditionally. The 2 years of online romance became the only comfort in Yu's gloomy life. She indulged in the tenderness across the internet, eagerly looking forward to meeting him in real life, longing to sign a blood contract with Hunter and own a permanent source of delicious and fragrant blood. Just as they finalized the details of their meeting, real-time bullet screens suddenly appeared in front of Yu's eyes, exposing the cruel truth: her gentle online lover Hunter was none other than Kaiju, her arch-nemesis who had hunted her for years. Kaiju had never let go of his obsession with her. In reality, he blocked, warned, and pursued her as a cold-blooded hunter, while hiding his true identity online, transforming into a tender and doting lover. He had recognized her as the little vampire who once tried to bewitch him from the very beginning. Though he had repeatedly declared that he would execute her upon capture, he doted on her silently and indulged all her secret desires behind the screen, hiding a dual personality and twisted, paranoid love. Shocked, terrified, and furious upon learning the truth, Yu immediately blocked Kaiju and broke up with him decisively. The sweet-tier online relationship vanished in an instant, recalling Kaiju's usual coldness and cruelty, along with the lingering pain of her injured wings. She was overwhelmed by fear, grievance from heartbreak, and anger at being deceived. To heal her broken heart after the breakup, she followed her vampire best friend's suggestion and attended a social gathering for humans and vampires, hoping to meet new people and forget Kaiju completely. Unexpectedly, the cold and aloof Kaiju also showed up at the party, drowning his sorrows in alcohol alone. His heavy and oppressive aura made every vampire present too nervous to relax, and everyone avoided him cautiously. Yu tried her best to stay away from him, yet she could not help but be attracted by his superior appearance. When she peeked at him secretly, their eyes met abruptly, leaving her flustered and embarrassed. Fueled by old grudges and the anger of being lied to, Yu plucked up her courage to provoke him deliberately, mocking him for being heartbroken and dumped. Her bold provocation stunned everyone at the party. Ignoring the astonished stares of the crowd, Kaiju walked straight towards Yu with a cold expression and forced her to follow him to the rooftop for a private conversation. Seeking revenge on Kaiju for deceiving her, Yu devised a mischievous scheme. She lied that she was the best friend of his online girlfriend and pretended to agree to help him reconcile with his lover. Completely falling for her lie, Kaiju dropped all his cold defenses in an instant. He looked dejected and vulnerable, his eyes reddening with sorrow. revealing a fragile side that he had never shown to anyone in the Hunter Alliance. Taking this opportunity to manipulate him, Yu demanded his blood as a condition for matchmaking. Desperate to win back his online lover, Kaiju did not hesitate to cut his arm open without the slightest hesitation. He endured the pain and humiliation willingly, merely for a chance to get close to the girl he loved deeply. In the days that followed, Yu continued to tease and manipulate Kaiju unscrupulously. Under the pretense of helping him pursue his crush, she put forward various ambiguous and demanding requests, forcing the cold hunter to wear black tank tops, fluffy cat ears and other contrasting outfits to satisfy her lustful and aesthetic preferences. Every time she made a request, she was rewarded with a sip of his sweet blood. She flirted with him wantonly while indulging in the allure of his blood. Kaiju obeyed every order silently, unrestrained his inner emotions. He only had eyes for his unseen online baby and never noticed that the girl playing tricks on him day in and day out was exactly the person he missed day and night. During their video call for their long-awaited offline meeting, Kaiju dressed obediently as she liked and flirted with her in a soft and charming tone. Captivated by his striking contrast between cold appearance and gentle behavior, Yu let her guard down completely, accidentally. Her face appeared on the camera, and her dual identity was exposed in an instant. Finally realizing the truth, Kaiju was consumed by rage and disappointment. The girl he had missed desperately and tried every means to retrieve had been teasing and playing tricks on him all along. Overwhelmed by anger and betrayal, he issued the highest level wanted order across the entire vampire territory, vowing to capture Yu, who had fooled him relentlessly. After her identity was revealed, Yu was terrified and confined herself at home for 10 full days, surviving solely on artificial plasma and daring not to step outside. Her kind vampire best friend took great care of her, comforting her constantly and reminding her that Kaiju was the one at fault for hiding his identity and lying to her first. Though she felt wronged and sad, Yu could not let go of the warm memories of their 2-year online romance, even when being hunted and wanted. She would unconsciously call out the pet name Hunter in moments of fear, trapped in tangled and contradictory emotions. On the 12th day of hiding, Yu had to go out, worried about her best friend's safety. She was soon tracked down by Kaiju. Cornered with a cold shotgun pointed at her, she screamed the name Hunter instinctively in extreme fear. His desperate call shattered all the hostility and coldness hidden deep in Kaiju's heart, and his repressed love burst out completely. He set aside all his sharp edges and killing intent, his face filled with exhaustion and humble remorse, and took the initiative to apologize for all his mistakes. To make up for the harm he had caused her and atone for piercing her wings years ago, Kaiju picked up his shotgun and shot through his own arm on his own initiative, choosing self-harm to let her take revenge and vent her anger. He begged humbly for Yu's forgiveness, pleading with her not to hide from him or leave him. He was willing to let her do anything to him, even sacrificing his body and draining his own blood to make her happy. Faced with Kaiju's paranoid and broken vulnerability, Yu's heart softened completely, and she could no longer hold a grudge against him, having lost too much blood. Kaiju fainted weakly and was taken back to Yu's residence for treatment. She used the unique healing saliva of vampires to dress his wounds and quickly saw through his fake coma and hidden desires. After this incident, Kaiju took the chance to stay and recover at Yu's home permanently. He abandoned his cold hunter demeanor and began a clingy, flirtatious cohabitation life with her. The once decisive and murderous top vampire hunter turned into a gentle live-in lover. He wore an apron to take care of all household chores on his own, created ambiguous intimate distances intentionally, and seduced her step by step. He no longer restrained his deep love and possessive desire, taking the initiative to indulge her vampire bloodlust, unwillingly becoming her exclusive blood servant, doting on her without limits. The long-suppressed mutual affection finally broke through all barriers. The tenderness he showed online and the paranoid possessiveness in reality merged into one. They untangled all misunderstandings and past conflicts. Kaiju confessed his long-hidden secret love, revealing that he had been attracted to Yu from their first encounter. His relentless pursuit was merely a way to restrain his uncontrollable heartbeat. and his online disguise was a deliberate plan to get close to the one he loved. Yu also faced her true feelings squarely, letting go of her prejudice against vampire hunters and accepting his fanatical and passionate love. Breaking the inherent opposition between vampires and humans, the two bonded with a blood contract. Staying with each other firmly, they let go of hatred and estrangement, indulging in exclusive intimate love, reconciling all grievances, and embracing a warm and lingering happy ending of mutual devotion and unconditional companionship.